Hello everyone, and welcome back to my chatty, sassy channel here on YouTube, where we talk about all things luxury, be it luxury fashion, luxury travel, or life's luxuries in general. And today I'm talking about one of the biggest luxury brands out there, and that is Chanel, because I have a brand new Chanel unboxing for you guys. Well, not brand new from store, but brand new to me, and I'm so excited about this unboxing. I think it is a really special piece, and I'm excited to share my thoughts with it on you, share my concerns with it on you, as well as compare some very classic Chanel styles to the Strathberry East West style of bags, because they are similar silhouettes. They're chain bags, but they are at two very drastically different price points. They are also two bags that I genuinely love very, very much. So with that, let me get into the unboxing. Now, if you've been with me since August, or with any other members of the handbag tribe, so Amelia, Meredith, Deb, Lisa, Gwenny, and Claire, you'll know that we went to Fashionphile one day. And one of the things that I noticed when we were at Fashionphile is that the condition that Fashionphile often lists online is way, way harsher than how I personally would judge a lot of these pieces. And there were bags that still had stickers on the hardware that they were calling excellent condition instead of new. There was the little, here it is. My little WOC that I got was categorized as being a worn piece, and that was because the shape of the base, it had been stored very flat, and that was the only thing that I could really find wrong with it. You put a base shaper on it and it looks good as new. And I say that because when I saw this piece come up on Fashionphile at this price, I knew that it was sitting there because of the grading of the condition, but I had a feeling that grading of the condition wasn't necessarily accurate. And so in this bag, I have a Chanel, and it is a Chanel Mini Reissue in patent leather. This bag is from 2011, and this was shown as having a lot of wear. The bag does have a tiny bit of wrinkling here where the flap goes up and down. It's a patent leather, and then inside there's a little bit of scuffing on the interior of this leather. There's also, and I don't know how well it'll show up, a little bit of fading along the edge of the leather. That's really it. That's the only problem with this bag. And given that minis are going for retail, I think they're now up to $5,200 plus tax. So that would put a mini for me at $5,700 here where I live in the US. This mini I got for $1,660. This is an amazing price, plus tax, so it ended up coming to $1,800. But it is this beautiful green pattern. It's sort of like an olivey green. It's got this gorgeous sort of brushed palladium hardware that I think is so pretty. It has this blue stitching that runs through it. And then the interior leather, I don't know if you guys were able to tell or not, but it is a blue leather on the interior. And then this stitching is contrast stitching to match the stitching on the outside of the bag. So in this video, I'm going to be comparing this bag both in size and in weight to the bags that are behind me. So the Chanel WOC, the Chanel Classic Flap. We have the Chanel, not the Chanel, we have the Strathberry Mini East West, and then sort of hidden over here that you can just barely see the corner of, we have the Strathberry regular sized East West. Now I've already compared the Strathberry, my finger will show up right. It's really weird sort of doing this because it's backwards, but I've already compared the two Strathberry bags together. I did a whole comparison over all the East-West line from Strathberry, so if you want more information on Strathberry specifically, check out that video. It'll be linked down below. I think I've already done a review of what fits in my Chanel. I think I've also done a review of the WOC, but I'm going to be throwing the mini in there, so we're going to be comparing all of these of what fits. But the biggest thing that I've noticed about this bag compared to the other four is the weight. That's been the biggest surprise to me, because the bag itself weight's fine. Then we add on this thick chain, and this chain is hefty. Let me grab the other two bags that have the more solid chains. So we have the Strathberry Mini chain, beautiful chain, nice and light. The regular Strathberry chain is a little bit thicker, a little bit heavier. And then the Chanel Reissue chain, beautifully detailed by the way, is thicker and heavier still. So I did weigh all 5 of the bags empty because I wanted to know how these worked as far as weight goes. Unsurprisingly, the WOC reissue, which I have in the aged calfskin, it's got the reissued hardware, but it has the regular leather through metal chain strap. This one, unsurprisingly, the lightest bag. It's the smallest, it has the least capacity, but even empty, it comes in at 430 grams. Now, next up, weight-wise, is my Chanel Series 1 Classic Flaps. This is a double flap. It is in lambskin, and then it also has the chain strap with the leather running through the metal. This bag came in at 462 grams. Coming in as our median weight bag, now I do recognize that this is in silk, not in leather, but my silk Strathberry Mini East West came in at 506 grams. If I had this in the leather, I'd expect it to be a little bit heavier, but it definitely would not in the leather, I think, come close to the weight of bag number 4. And bag number 4 is the Chanel Mini. This one is in patent leather, as we've discussed. It has that super thick chain, and it comes in at 552 grams. So this one, it's hefty. It's much more hefty than I expect, but it does still come under the weight of the Strathberry East West. That one is definitely the heaviest bag, and that bag comes in at a weight of 715 grams. It's got a lot more leather to it. It also has substantial hardware that's very similar hardware weight to that of this chain. And that's definitely my biggest concern with this bag, is the weight of the chain, because this is very hefty. And the way that I'm planning to use this is very, very casually. I want to be able to take this out shopping. I want to be able to run around with this bag. And I'm worried that the weight of this chain would just bother me when it comes to this bag. That is my biggest concern with it. And particularly because at the beginning of the year, if you'd watched my wish list video, which I'll also put that one down below just because I enjoy seeing people's wish list videos. If you'd watched my wish list video, you would have seen that I had a Prada re-edition on my wish list. That is still on my wish list, but my thought in use for that bag I think would be very similar to this bag, because given the finishes, this is not a dressy bag. And neither is the Prada re-edition in the Saffiano leather. But because this is patent leather, that's Saffiano leather, I would be fine taking this bag out in the rain. I'd be fine taking that bag out in the rain. I'd be wearing this bag casually to things like parks when I just need a little bit with me. And if I'm thinking about that, do I really want to have a thick, heavy chain strap on me all day long? Or would I rather have a lighter web strap or a lighter chain strap if I want to shoulder bag it? And that's where my biggest concern for this bag comes in, because even though it is a steal of a deal for a Chanel Mini, it is also around the same price budget-wise of what I would want to pay for a Prada re-edition, because I'd also be getting that one pre-loved. So that's just something for me to sort of think about. I'm definitely still considering what I want to do with this bag. All right, so I've got all 5 of the bags lined up here, and we go from the WOC to the Mini East West to the Chanel Mini, the Chanel Classic, and then the regular East West. And as you can see, I've sort of tried to arrange them going up in size. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the smallest and then work my way up to the largest. So now that we've got just our WOC in the frame, I just want to show a couple details on it. This WOC does have the back Mona Lisa pocket. I don't use it for anything. It also does have that Chanel Love Note pocket. Again, I don't use it for anything. It has a front zipper pocket that I don't use for anything, a front slip pocket that I don't use, and card slots that I actually will sometimes use in here. So first and foremost, we have my phone. Obviously, I can put my cards in the back down there if I want, but let's add in my Bastia and my car keys. We will assume that I've loaded my cards into the back, and then I'm gonna put my sunglasses on top, fiddle with my sunglasses a bit to get them on top. And it's tight, but it will close. So you can fit one teeny small leather good, your keys, your phone, cards, and sunglasses in the Chanel WOC. That's why I got the Chanel WOC. Now moving up next in size to the East West Mini. First up, of course, we've got the phone. Now I have an iPhone 16 Pro, and it doesn't fit great in the back because of the chain, so I actually have to put that up here in the front. This has 2 compartments to it as well as a back slip. I don't use that back slip pocket, but I will put my keys back in here, my Bastia, my cards, and then I also am able to slip in a lipstick in here. So what I basically did is I had to trade out my sunglasses for my lipstick and my card holder. Let me do this up. And there she is. Now moving on to the newbie, we have the Chanel Mini. So we'll start by putting in what fit in the East West Mini. This bag does have the back Mona Lisa pocket. Also, when we open this up, we do have the Chanel Love Note. This bag on the interior is like that of the classic flaps. You have the lipstick holder, you have the 2 back pockets, you have the ability to slip something in here back here behind the flap, you have the front pocket, and that's pretty well it. So, my phone, my card holder, my Bastia, my car keys. Then I still have some room, so my lipstick as well. My sunglasses can fit on top. So that's a little bit, that's now one more item than what fit inside of the Mini East West. And then in the back, it won't fit in its actual little passport holder, but I think I can actually slip my passport all the way back into the back of the Mini, which for traveling to Paris is going to be super, super useful. So we get her all nice and folded up, and she does fit everything. So a little bit puffy, a little bit tight, but all of that does fit. So from the WOC to the East West, we switched sunglasses for a card holder and a lipstick. From the Mini East West to the Mini Chanel, we were able to add back in the sunglasses as well as my passport without a passport case. Now, next up is my beautiful Series 1 Classic Flap. I love this bag. It is a vintage beauty. I was able to pick it up for $2,600 last year. Love this bag. Let's show what fits inside and how much more we can get in this than what we were able to get into the Mini. So this is set up like all the classic flaps. So you've got back Mona Lisa pocket. We have the Love Note pocket, the area back here behind the flap, the front pocket, which is much more roomy on a classic flap than it is on the Mini. And then this layout in here with the lipstick holder, the 2 back pockets. So of course we have the cell phone, card holder, keys, Bastia. We've got, if I can hold on to it, the lipstick, sunglasses, the actual passport holder now instead of just a loose passport. And I can probably fit something like I can definitely fit my AirPods in right here. I just don't want to go to the other room to grab them, but AirPods would definitely fit in. And then this bag is definitely not stuffed, because when you look on the side at how nicely that it lays, this bag is what I consider to be a good capacity. I probably could have definitely put like a pin or something else in there as well. And of course, the final bag of the day is the regular East West. Now this one doesn't have any exterior pockets and it just has one interior back slip pocket. It also has the divider just like the Strathberry Mini did. So we've got phone, card holder, Bastia, passport, which normally I wouldn't be carrying with me, but for comparison's sake, car keys, my lipstick, imaginary AirPods that are somewhere else in my house right now would definitely be able to fit in right in here as well. I'm also going to slip in my bag hook and now after a quick second to reorganize, I have put the Bastia in the back and then my Calvi in here. And again, plenty of room for AirPods. So if you wanted to have like a mini pochette in here, I think the mini pochette would actually fit in the front of this just fine. There's clearly enough room. Oh, sunglasses. We button up the bag and as you can see, everything fits super nicely in here with no need of having to overstuff this bag at all. So I've got to say, doing the what fits test changed my perspective of this bag a little bit, comparing it with all of these different bags because it did fall in the middle capacity wise. And I think that the big thing that made a difference for me on this compared to that of say the WOC is thinking about having this in Paris and where is my passport going to go? Because I've been thinking that I would carry my WOC to Paris, but if I'm gonna be able to fit my sunglasses in there, my phone in there, my Bastia in there, like it's gonna get a little tight when it comes to putting in a passport. But this, I'm able to slip my passport in, my sunglasses, I'm able to have everything that I want with me. And so it gives me just that little bit more of capacity. It's not as much capacity as a small flap. It's definitely not as much capacity as the East West, but I'm looking at this in terms of a mini bag for travel and it has very good capacity for that. So I think that because of that, it sort of changed my perspective, but I am still concerned about the weight of the chains. So let me know down in the comments below if you think that I should keep this bag or if I should send this back to Fashionphile and get the Prada re-edition that I've been thinking about at the beginning of the year. So with that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, everybody. Bye!